We already talked about creating entities with the summon widget here, but the map makers tend to use one entity in particular, the Armorstand. So let's take a look at the Armorstand widget today and how it wraps the most important properties. And here are all the available properties. If you can't read it, you can also take a look at the documentation to see them in detail, but we will just go over the most important ones for now. So obviously to create a new Armorstand you need a location for it, so just specify the location.here for example. And then you have a ton of optional properties here that you can use to modify your Armorstand. For example, we have a name, like for every entity, which is again a text component. If you don't know how objD handles text, you can always watch this video for that. And to actually show the text, we also set the name visible to true. And of course we also have the special properties like invisible. We can just set this to true and the Armorstand will be invisible. And this also applies to marker, for example, or invulnerable, and as well for like booleans like small, gravity, or glowing. So for example, we could also say baseplate true, and like every other entity you can also specify tags directly here that just use a string, and these will be applied to the Armorstand on creation. And then obviously the Armorstand has also some armor properties, and you can modify these as well. For example, with the head property, you can just insert an item here, and you have to be a bit careful here because this will not be displayed like it is right now. You always have to set the count to 1 or more. So in that way it is displayed on the head. And again, the same works for the chest, legs, or the boots. And then you also have main hand and offhand, which again just take an item. And last but not least, if your wanted property is not supported, you can always use the NBT here and insert your manual JSON data in here. And here we have it, the summon command, and everything is applied and converted to the NBT data here. And if you just want to save a position or display a static model, the static marker is pretty helpful. This constructor is the same as the other one, but has some values already set by default, like the marker, invisibility, no gravity, and invulnerable. In that way, the Armorstand is unnoticeable in the world and has a static position right from the beginning. If you want to read more, do it on stevatus.com/objD/documentation or watch the objD playlist here.